The 25-year-old American at his personal finale. This man is a remarkable athlete. His court coverage, his mobility to be appreciated and admired. Watch him in the far court. Connors moves him side to side, corner to corner. And despite Connors' solid shot making, McEnroe is always there. There for a save. For another save. And there for a winner. The year. Lendl's semifinal opponent here in Paris was Sweden's Mats Wilander, serving from the far court. It was a match of long rallies with Lendl in the near court, proving he could outlast his steady backcourt opponent by out-hitting him from the baseline. The Czech does bring great shots to this final. Lendl has a powerful forehand, excellent range, and when he needs it, subtle winners. Voila. The Roland Garros crowd today at center court will see two men with contrasting styles, each after his first French title. Lendl has never won any of the Grand Slam events. This is his fifth chance. He has moved methodically through this tournament, losing only one set in 6 matches. His win over Wilander, most impressive and most rewarding, because he now has another chance to win one of the big four. Ivan Lendl, Czechoslovakia. John McEnroe, the United States, meet in Paris today. The prize, the championship of the French Open. Bonjour, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Paris, France. It's a magnificent day, the best weather we've had in this 2 weeks of French Open.
Anthony Trabert, better known as Tony. Tony, we're surrounded by champions here in the tribunal. I might point out René Lacoste in the white shot and the white hat, and Jean Barotra next to him, who were champions in the 1920s. But Tony, 1955. Why has this court been such quicksand for American men since then?
But I wish I knew. I guess we haven't had a complete player. We've had some guys that tried to play on the clay and just hit the ball back and forth. Others were serving volleys but didn't have the good groundies, the ground stroke. So
It's a beautiful day, an elegant crowd, and they're ready. You have that sense that they're here. They picked their favorite and ready to vocalize. Winning advantage just in this past year after Lendl dominated in their earlier matches. Here's how he got here, bud.
Horacio de la Pena. Remember that name, a young Argentine left-hander, played well.
Here is the route that he took to meet McEnroe today.
Matt Mitchell, former NCAA champion from Stanford. That was quick. Mario Martinez, Bolivian. Then Paul McNamee, an Australian who once beat...
For these two athletes, $131,000 to the winner and $65,000 already assured to both McEnroe and Lendl, the second place money. The trophy of the French Open. They've been playing here on these grounds since 1928, as you heard earlier when they celebrated.
It is for the finals of the men in Stade Roland Garros. A very...
Well, the weather, we had some days that you really couldn't brag about. Cold and raw. And
double fault on a set point that would have sent the match his way, and didn't win any more games. That would have given him a 2 sets to 1.
Backdrop on the far end. Some distraction, and now we're set to go. Will it be McEnroe? Will it be Lendl? The first French championship for each is there. Now McEnroe going to check those behind him. That's where the photographers like to gather, down in the dugout in the bunker, and it was there that McEnroe a week ago slammed balls rather viciously in his distaste for their presence.
They had to reach a compromise. McEnroe said he would not play if the photographers were allowed to stay there. The photographers said if they were thrown out, they would strike the tournament. So they agreed that there would be no motor-driven cameras used behind the court on service.
So, in essence, McEnroe and the tournament got the picture. will follow that first serve percentage closely. It's a key to the match. An early indication of the power of the Lendl forehand.
McEnroe likes to play dancing just inside the baseline. You have to be a genius to play that way, to take the ball as soon as it leaves the court. But it didn't work on that point against Lendl.
McEnroe's best serve and his first and serve and volley winner, 30-15. He's 5-2 in finals.
Now, in those 2 points, you've seen definitive McEnroe. Right here with a can opener serve, treating the ball as though it's a friend. He doesn't want to hit it too hard.
40-15.
And the next point, he went the other way.
McEnroe bothered from all angles. He hears and sees apparently everything. McEnroe wins the opening game. The 1984 French Open Championship live from beautiful 24-year-old from Czechoslovakia, but owns a couple of homes in the United States. One in Connecticut, one in Palm Beach, Florida.
Well, it's one thing to come in on the second ball, but it's another thing to come in on a good approach.
He's been shut out in those Grand Slam opportunities, but he's won 39 tournaments in his rather brief career. What a serve. That ball snapping down into the corner. It appeared to be wide all the way. 30-love. It's wide, 40-love. You get the feeling that when Lendl finally captures that elusive first Grand Slam title, that it might really send him off on a run. He needs to believe in himself. Lendl's game. Outstroking McEnroe on that point from the baseline. It's 1-all.
McEnroe cannot let himself forget, despite Lendl's strength of the baseline, he's got to come in against the other guy's serve now and again.
Ooh, double fault. McEnroe's first. McEnroe defeated Jimmy Connors in the semifinals while serving just over 50%. He's over 60%. He's almost impossible to beat.
Lendl extraordinarily far back.
Boy, that's even on the second serve, Bud. Lendl showing respect for the talent of McEnroe. He didn't move in at all.
Well, he ran around the return, and he took himself right out of the play by doing that. Ran around his backhand. Ooh!
It's on the line.
Agility will come into play here. A high return, but McEnroe had to stretch. Now he's guarding the line. He feels that's Lendl's only play, and he guesses correctly.
30-15.
He didn't move from that sideline. This is the play McEnroe owns. 1, 2, 3. Stops at the tee, then moves in one more for the soft volley.
40-15. We're at 1-all, the opening set for the '84 French title. Ace, the first for McEnroe as he closes out his game on service. He leads 2-1 in the first set.
Coup droit du monde, loin s'en faut, mais le coup droit suivi à la volée avec une balle prise très tôt, comme vous venez de le signaler. Le rythme de ce coup et l'équilibre que John McEnroe a dans ce coup est vraiment une merveille.
Ajoutons, si les téléspectateurs peuvent fixer un peu McEnroe, combien il joue à l'intérieur du coup et combien il est près de la ligne de retour, même sur la première balle de Lendl. Douteuse cette volée de McEnroe. Non, Lendl a vérifié. La balle a touché. 15 partout.
Lendl.
Du très grand tennis, Jean-Paul, dès le début de cette rencontre. Et même s'il y a des fautes de la part de McEnroe, on sent qu'il s'agit d'ajustements qui vont venir au fil des minutes dans cette rencontre. Et il met toute la pression sur Lendl. On l'a vu même monter sur une première balle de service du Tchécoslovaque.
0-15.
Bien comprendre que la balle de McEnroe est non seulement ultra rapide, mais il varie très souvent la destination de sa trajectoire. Voilà. Et du fait, devient presque impossible à anticiper. Donc la réaction du joueur qui reçoit est une réaction de dernière seconde ou de dernière fraction de seconde, donc très compliqué à retourner.
Ajoutons que de par sa position au service, McEnroe est l'un des rares joueurs au monde à pouvoir masquer jusqu'au dernier moment la trajectoire qu'il entend donner à son service.
Juste.
Et deuxième ace pour l'Américain qui continue à servir à la perfection. Il est vrai que John McEnroe, Jean-Paul, vient ici à Roland Garros en finale à l'issue de 42 victoires officielles en tournoi du Grand Prix, tournoi WCT depuis le début de la saison, qu'il n'a pas perdu une rencontre et qu'il possède un capital confiance alors que nous revoyons ce service fantastique au ralenti. Il est déjà 2 mètres à l'intérieur du court après avoir servi. Et il est probablement le joueur qui monte le plus rapidement au filet.
C'est le meilleur enchaînement service-volé que l'on connaisse, car cela est dû à 2 raisons. La première, c'est celle que nous venons de voir, c'est cette balle lancée très en avant.
Eh bien, McEnroe, lui, ne prend quasiment jamais ses appuis sur la première volée et il colle immédiatement par un double démarrage au filet sur la deuxième volée pour finir le point en règle générale.
Faute.
Voilà la fameuse montée au filet suivie, le fameux coup droit suivi à la volée de McEnroe, c'est quelque chose d'étonnant. Balle prise très tôt, bien accompagnée, très longue, très rapide. Impossible de faire quoi que ce soit là-dessus.
Non, ce service de Lendl était pleine ligne.
Une balle.
Jacques Dorfman a décidé de suivre son juge de ligne. McEnroe vient de lui faire signe que la balle était bonne. Quelle décision M. Jacques Dorfman va-t-il prendre?
C'est évident, pour la première fois, je vois McEnroe donner 2 balles depuis le début du tournoi. C'est vraiment qu'elle est bonne.
Mais apparemment, M. Jacques Dorfman suit son juge de ligne. Deuxième balle de service pour Ivan Lendl.
C'est bien joué. De part et d'autre.
15-3. Un peu de silence, je vous prie. Un peu de silence, merci.
Service avec un lancer de balle beaucoup plus haut de la part d'Ivan Lendl.
Et bien moins en avant que son adversaire McEnroe.
C'est fantastique.
Avantage, McEnroe.
Des balles de 4 jeux à 2 pour l'Américain dans cette première manche. Deux fois sur la première balle et en coup droit, McEnroe a joué un retour très long et monté immédiatement au filet.
McEnroe mène par 4 jeux à 2.
Il est le seul joueur au monde réellement à avoir ce genre de réflexe quand on fait un retour de cette qualité. Venir cueillir la balle derrière au filet présente vraiment une facilité extraordinaire. Et bien McEnroe s'en rend compte, il y vient et c'est ce qui lui permet de gagner des points comme ça et des jeux et faire le break à ce moment-là de la partie. C'est important.
Oui. McEnroe qui cette fois-ci, contrairement à son habitude, avait choisi le lift en deuxième balle, c'est-à-dire une balle qui est montée très haute.
Et là, très astucieusement, McEnroe a donné l'impression à son adversaire de rester à fond de cours. Il a démarré un 2 temps. Il a suivi son service très vite dans le cours. Il s'est arrêté un peu. Il a recommencé sa course pendant que Lendl, lui, préoccupé par sa propre balle, a fait un retour haut et long, ce qui était normal. Et là, McEnroe l'a surpris en montant quand même au filet. Tactiquement remarquable.
Il a joué cette première volée, McEnroe, à 50 cm du filet. Quatrième S pour John McEnroe, un par jeu. Et si Ivan Lendl ne parvient pas à mieux retourner, à lâcher complètement son retour de service, il ne parvient pas dans l'échange, et lorsque McEnroe ne peut monter sur sa première balle de service parce qu'il la rate tout simplement, s'il ne parvient pas, Lendl, à allonger ses retours et à jouer plus long dans l'échange, je ne vois vraiment pas comment il pourrait s'en sortir aujourd'hui face à John McEnroe.
Si celui-ci continue à jouer le tennis qu'il joue, là, et contrairement à ce que je disais tout à l'heure,
La balle est faute. La balle est faute.
Pas heureux avec les décisions d'arbitrage, Ivan Lendl. Souhaitons qu'il ne s'agace pas trop.
How can you overrule right now? There was a serve good, you didn't overrule it. Why do you do everything in his favor? Are you afraid of him?
Ivan
Are you afraid of
Lendl
him?
demande
Are you afraid of
nettement
him?
à Monsieur Dorfman pourquoi il prend toutes les décisions en faveur de McEnroe. Êtes-vous effrayé par ce joueur?
Deuxième service.
Car quand vous devez prendre une décision à ma faveur, vous ne la prenez pas, alors que quand c'est en la sienne, vous la prenez.
Elle est faute, je crois.
0-30.
Et oui. Et il monte très bien, McEnroe. Il monte au centre de façon à boucher tous les angles pour le passing shot de Lendl. Long et au centre. Nous sommes véritablement admiratifs.
Oui, oui.
15-30.
John McEnroe.
Il rate là John McEnroe, mais il mène le jeu. C'est lui qui met sous tension Ivan Lendl. Il organise le jeu, il prend la gorge du Tchécoslovaque. Et c'est une tactique qu'il devait employer, mais peut-être pas à ce point-là, car on ne s'attendait tout de même pas à le voir monter sur les premières balles le service d'Ivan Lendl. Et deuxième double faute pour McEnroe. « 0,30 », c'est intéressant tout de même dans cette situation de voir comment va réagir l'Américain.
Oui, de fautes qu'il fait encore de temps en temps, ça lui arrive de se déconcentrer. Double faute et puis une volée très facile de rater. Voyons si le Tchèque est en mesure d'en profiter, à moins que ce gaucher diabolique ne lui serve des aces comme il est capable de le faire.
Et regardez où se trouve Ivan Lendl, 4 mètres derrière sa ligne de fond de cours, pour recevoir le service de l'Américain.
La balle est faute. Second service. The ball is out. Second service.
Où est la marque, demande-t-il à Jack Dorfman, qui va sans doute lui intimer l'ordre de servir sa deuxième balle.
Now you have to play.
Trop loin pour attendre le service de McEnroe, Ivan Lendl, et il le paye sur cette volée courte.
McEnroe qui jusqu'à présent jouait très long sa première volée, ou alors long et croisé, mais maintenant raccourcit sa volée, bien évidemment, puisque Lendl se trouve à 5 ou 6 mètres derrière la ligne de fond pour réceptionner le service.
Monsieur McEnroe perd en gros plan sur votre écran.
Ask him to check the mark, please.
Non, monsieur Jacques Dorfman, intraitable. Balle douteuse, là encore, Jean-Paul, mais nous ne sommes pas les mieux placés pour juger de la validité ou non de cette balle d'Ivan Lendl. Jouerait-il que le public ne protestant pas, on peut très bien imaginer que cette balle était juste dans le couloir tout de même.
Oui, oui. Furieux, colère s'est emparée de Lendl qui a frappé ce coup droit trop vite avec trop de précipitation dans le bas du filet.
Et balle de 7 pour McEnroe. Fantastique. Une deuxième balle de service jouée sur le coup droit d'Ivan Lendl qui ne s'y attendait pas mais qui avait retourné à la perfection. Et McEnroe, très vite là encore au filet, est venu poser une volée amortie tout à fait exceptionnelle que nous venons de revoir.
First set statistics, McEnroe serving well enough, 54%. 2-1 in winners, unforced errors 2-1. That figures 3-0 in aces. A couple of double faults for McEnroe. He wins at 6-3. Lendl serves, opening the second set. That's the second time Lendl's gone cross court with that backhand for a winner. You saw that graphic and gives us a chance to congratulate Brad and Terry White, their daughter Kara Megan White, born this week. He's our Chiron operator, giving you all those graphics you see. We understand Mama came home this weekend. Dad will be back from Paris shortly. 30 love.
Well, speaking of paternal triumphs, Dick, congratulations on the birth of your daughter, Nicole, who's with you here. How old is she?
4 weeks, and she's celebrating by watching from just down below us now. 40 love. Now McEnroe. It's going both ways.
La balle touche la ligne 40.
Put the watch on him. Well, neither player is going to get any satisfaction from umpire Dorfman. It's 40 love.
And it's nearly 40 seconds, but I guess the umpire feels that as long as play is keeping pace moderately well, not to use the watch.
Well, the first drop shot attempt by Lendl, and he gets his own medicine.
Now, Lendl trying a drop shot, but if you can do that well, Ivan, John can do it better. Reminds me of what Angelo Dundee used to tell Muhammad Ali, don't hook a hooker. He told him before Joe Frazier. Ali forgot.
Long, and it's 40-30, so Lendl's gone from 40 love to 40-30 to open this second set. Line. Three straight points for McEnroe, 2 on a drop.
That drop shot worked pretty well before, so why not try it again? And Lendl couldn't make the play. Very important game for Ivan Lendl. Down a set.
And jumping out to a 40 love lead, only to find McEnroe rally to deuce. Some great hitting, and McEnroe keeping Lendl deep, coming in behind that shot deep to the backhand.
With that set under his belt, McEnroe feels that he can do anything. He can attack, he can rally, he can drop, he can chip. His confidence is as high as the Eiffel Tower.
There have been 2 break opportunities in the match, both to McEnroe, and he capitalizes on both. He wins the first set 6-3. He's just broken Lendl to open the second. Ivan Lendl unable to hold a 40-love lead.
Now this shows you how John McEnroe feels. This point, there is no subtlety at all. He's just going to blast it at Ivan, say it's in your face, and the challenge is on you, partner.
And McEnroe with the break to start the set.
Unusual for him to come up on a straight-ahead, hard-hit ball like that.
Well, Lendl, the 6th meeting, last 6 meetings, Lendl has managed only 1 set against McEnroe. You see the difference in plan. McEnroe attacking and a high percentage of winners. Lendl only 3 of 5 chances. 4th ace for McEnroe. Lendl covered well, but his forehand long, it's 40-love. Oh, but remember back when we were in the Garden in New York in January. At that time, it was Lendl, McEnroe, Connors, Wielander. You could make a case for all 4 of them as best player of '83. And then suddenly, here's McEnroe high above the clouds.
First service.
Unbeaten all year. Certainly #1, and seemingly playing better every time you see him.
It's the best start of any players in the 17 years of open tennis. Hasn't lost a match.
And doesn't lose a point in that game. John McEnroe leads 2-love in the 2nd set.
McEnroe mène 2-0.
And he's got Lendl forcing. When Lendl missed that passing forehand 2 points ago, a shot he usually owns, he's pressing.
First serves staying about the same. Terrific stab volley by McEnroe.
15.
He wants them all, and he doesn't miss many. He's the #1 man on the trip to the bank list. Connors, Lendl, all over 5. Vilas points away. But the leading money winner in tennis, Martina Navratilova, she's already enjoying it. Her championship yesterday. 30 all.
Boy, Ivan is naked out here if he can't hit that forehand.
Point for McEnroe. He's 2 for 2 on the previous 2 chances.
Lendl made the right play in approaching. Trouble is he doesn't have a volley.
and takes a commanding 3-love lead in the second set. John McEnroe breaking Lendl once in the first set to win 6-3 and has taken his service twice here in the second set, serving at 3-love. And an American has never been closer to a French championship in some 30 years.
Gutsy little Harold Solomon in 1976 won a set in the final against Adriano Panatta and did come close in a fourth set tiebreaker, but couldn't quite make it.
15-0.
And it was terrific to see Solly back here this year. They gave him a wild card. His ranking is falling so badly.
Won 2 good matches.
And he won 2 rounds. That was very nice to see. One of the all-time triers.
Yeah, McEnroe now like a machine. That's his 5th ace. And you have to wonder, one of the knocks on Lendl is he gets in this situation and he sinks back on his heels. $30-love.
Woo, what a kicker.
40-0.
What a kicker. A Lou Groza serve.
Boy, that had enough action. If Lendl had been off in the corner in the 3rd row with a racket, he might have finally gotten to it. 40-love. McEnroe, his 2 service opportunities in this set. He's not allowed a point to Lendl. It's 4-love, and Tony Traber, like much of the audience here, rather quiet. It's
I'd say that's Rene Lacoste. He may have Trabert's hat on, and Jean Barotre. And Trabert's behind. Under that, I thought it was Frank Buck for a minute. I didn't recognize Tony. But he's happy. He's been John McEnroe's Davis Cup captain until Arthur Ashe took over. Was the captain when McEnroe was the youngest American ever to clinch the Davis Cup for the United States in 1978. And he's always felt that John could be a clay court champion.
Oh, an ace for Lendl, his first, and this crowd, much as they were for Chris Everett Lloyd yesterday, they're cheering Lendl just to get him into the match. They want to see a more competitive afternoon. Well, yesterday, how vocal they were for Chris when she was down 5-love in the second set to Navratilova, and she did indeed rally and break Martina. Only to lose that set 6-1.
Garros again.
40-15. Crowd of some 18,000 at Roland Garros. Central Court. Lendl has his first game of this set. He's down a set and down 4-1 to McEnroe. 4-1 McEnroe, a couple of games away from a 2-set lead against Ivan Lendl in this '84 championship. Well, we hope we have time for some of the other history-making events of this championship. Martina Navratilova, an encore of her singles championship and the Grand Slam cycle of yesterday. Yannick Noah in men's doubles making the French happy. And Martina Navratilova and Pam Shriver, the doubles team, going for the women's doubles Grand Slam cycle today.
The sliced approach. Lendl will do well even to get the ball back over the net, but Pythagoras couldn't handle that angle.
15 love.
He'll get it.
Well, credit Lendl with some hustle saves. McEnroe finally missing the overhead.
Lendl had to make a couple of incredible gets.
McEnroe can't be pleased because that point was his, and he was, as Joanne Russell would say, he cashed it. A little too casual. She's invented a new verb, you know, for tennis.
You can read it in the Globe.
McEnroe staring at the photographers in that section. Someone apparently was walking, distracted. Oh, that is one of the better foul balls of this '84 championship.
Yeah. Hit to the opposite field.
That's the best long foul ball I've seen since Roger Repose retired from American League play.
Did the Reaper hold the record?
Oh, no question. Several of them. 30-15. McEnroe owns the net.
When you see McEnroe go through his best act here, the volley, look how close he gets to the net. And you wonder, why doesn't Lendl try a lob sometime?
40-15. McEnroe a point away from 5-1. And so it is. Philippe Chartrier, the president of the French Tennis Federation.
And Philippe has done a tremendous job in bringing this tournament up to the very high standard. I remember the first time I covered it in 1973. It really wasn't too much of a tournament, and they've made such tremendous improvements in the grounds, in the courts, in the reception of the visitors and the players. It's considered one of the favorites by the players and the spectators. Well, old asbestos hands.
He had him, Lendl, both ways. If he wanted to come down the backhand side, he was there too. Love 15.
Send me your steam heat, says John McEnroe, and I'll cool it off.
It's a good guess. Oh, a serve and volley for Lendl. 15 all. Two successive serves. Trying to do something to change the pattern. 30-15.
Exactly, Dick. You can't live long the way he's been playing.
Match is an hour old. And McEnroe has limited Lendl to 4 games. Double fault. His first, 30 all.
That smells my butt.
40-30. play by Lendl. He saves the game. It's 5-2 McEnroe in the second set. McEnroe leading after the first set win. John McEnroe 6-3 and 5-2 in quest of his first French Open championship. Ivan Lendl wants his first ever Grand Slam title, but he's in trouble, and McEnroe is serving to win the second set.
Wow, a kicker again.
6 aces for McEnroe. He had 12 in the semifinals against Jimmy Connors, and Connors regarded as perhaps the best in return to serve. And McEnroe got him a dozen times.
The kicking serve that bounds from a left-hander to a right-hander's right.
Let's take a look at that serve.
Heavy topspin ball. It jumps to the right. Normally, McEnroe will be slicing his serves, which go to a left-hander's left.
It's like a left-hander
Or
screwball.
right-hander's left, excuse me. Exactly. Exactly. A tennis screwball.
Overpowered Lendl again. It's 30-15.
And McEnroe is very much like a thoughtful pitcher. His delivery reminds me a little of Louis Tiant. The way you can't really tell which way he's going. Then he'll give you speed, or he'll give you inside stuff. He'll jam you.
He doesn't tip his pitches. 40-15 set point for McEnroe, who is serving right about 60% first serves. And when he gets them in, winning 83% of the points. CompuTennis right on top of that, and Slingshot Schneiderman.
Lendl has given up on his way back in left field receiving position. He's up tighter.
Double fault for McEnroe. 3 to go with his 6 aces. Still a +3. 40-30. Second set point. And we're pleased you joined us here in Paris on a classic day, live on NBC, on our way to Wimbledon. Another breakfast in a couple weeks. (40-30). McEnroe at 5-2 in the second set. To McEnroe. He's up 2 sets, 6-3, 6-2. Well, these fans who came to express their joy. Lendl opens the third. Yeah, much more tennis to come, including the doubles, men's and women's. Another call that Lendl doesn't like. And he's overruled this time by Dorfman. Second ace for Lendl. saved Lendl because McEnroe was right there.
The approach by McEnroe, and he's in position to make the volley, but the net intrudes.
30 love. Well, you talk about so many of McEnroe's attributes, Bud, you forget his return of service isn't bad either. He's made a couple of excellent saves in that regard in this match today. First time for Ivan Lendl to open the third set. We pause for these words from your local station. John McEnroe certainly got his call on time. He's 6-3, 6-2. Lendl has won the first game on serve of the third set. The fans would like to see Lendl rally and extend the American. And just when Lendl might have a small ray of hope, McEnroe reminds him that he owns the big serve. Barely long.
Woo.
You can see the red clay, a little darker shade, and if you look at the far end, it's lighter. During the last break, in the crossover, they came out and did a quick spray to settle the dust here. Terre battue.
Hope she's on next.
35.
Now that slice is the kind of shot that Martina Navratilova cut up Chris Evert Lloyd with, and McEnroe does it every bit as well, as we'll see.
40 love.
He's looking over again in the direction of the photographers. They're on two sides of the court as well as behind him.
You hear that?
Inside out.
Love game to McEnroe. It's 1-1 in the third set.
Oh. Not up. 2 bounces. There, the photographers over there. Well, I don't see my colleagues Carol Newsom or Russo Adamo, so they haven't been among the offenders.
Love 15, we're at 1-1 third set. And McEnroe is up 2 sets. And in position now to break, as he has done 3 times in the match. Leading in all the statistics.
the only negative double faults, but the way that McEnroe is serving, that's just, you toss that to the wind. That comes with the territory.
15-3.
Huge point for Lendl here. Down 2 sets. 15-30.
Apparently we, for a moment, have lost our picture here in this third set. McEnroe and Lendl in a baseline rally. One of the longer rallies of this match. Here comes McEnroe and nets a forehand and now goes over toward the photographers, and he's going to meet them eyeball to eyeball. And the crowd reacts. He shouted something into the earphones of a courtside reporter. It's 30 all. Lendl serving. We'll show you what just has happened while we were away. That's the position from which the noise was bothering McEnroe. While we were away, had some technical difficulty. Here's what happened. McEnroe losing a point. He nets this forehand, then watch where he goes. He picks up a earphone there by the cameras and shouted something. Don't think we wanted to hear that. 40-30. Battles back from love 30. McEnroe goes to the sidelines and slams his racket. It's 2-1 Lendl in the third set. Well, that last game, but had some spicy points.
Well, in this one, McEnroe showed he can lob from a desperate position. Good depth. Lendl will slice this, going over to McEnroe's backhand, and then demonstrate that he can at least block the ball and get an angle out of it. But McEnroe had love 30 in that game against Lendl and allowed himself to be distracted.
McEnroe serving 1-2, and the crowd now into the match. We're really cheering for Lendl in the break, cheering more for the length of the match than against McEnroe. Always in the right spot. Now there, Lendl had plenty of time, could have gone either way, and McEnroe just seems to have that sense to guess right every time.
Well, Lendl is most comfortable going down the line.
And has now moved deeper behind that baseline. Not many chances.
No, for Fortescue Crudeau, who is the net judge today, and he's only had a couple. There he is, right-handed net judge. But they tell me he can go both ways. If he has an injury in his right hand, he can use the left.
$15
Now, this should make Lendl feel a lot better. as he's able to go cross-court, rolling the backhand. And he hasn't made very many damaging returns of serve.
No one really has against McEnroe in this championship. There's that chipped backhand by McEnroe, skidding low, and Lendl hitting wide for 30-15. McEnroe's been busy in the attack game. 44 times he's come to the net, and he's won 71% of the points with that aggression.
And McEnroe will be startled somewhat by the return, which goes cross-court again, and even his good reach is not enough.
All.
Now Lendl persists in staying back. Bjorn Borg used to stay back, but he would hop up there just about now.
Well, goodness. A break point for Lendl. It's his first opportunity in the entire match. McEnroe has broken Lendl 3 times, and they were the only 3 break opportunities in the match, and John jumped all over them. Now let's see what Lendl does. Chance to go up 3-1 for Lendl. And typical of McEnroe, he comes up with that big serve to extricate himself. It's deuce. Seen that so many times in the course of this tournament. Lendl's strength, that powerful forehand.
Lendl lay in wait for the kicker this time, and look at him get around on it fully for the winner.
Second break chance for Lendl. Our location high above the stadium. It's one of 19 red clay courts. They've added 6 this year. But said they've done a remarkable, outstanding job in upgrading this to true Grand Slam status. The French. Lendl gets a chance, and each time McEnroe with a serve. Battle back from 2 break points, and now it's his advantage. In case you're just joining us, McEnroe 6-3 and 6-2 to win the first 2 sets. He's serving to even this 3rd set at 2-all. Live from Paris, about 10 minutes from heart of the city, near the Longchamp race course in the Bois de Boulogne. Ball boy, McEnroe motioning for him to move into the corner.
As he fought off 2 break chances for Lendl. It's 2-all.
McEnroe calling on everything here. The net court. He has to come up to field the ball. Going in on a topspin shot that Lendl barely recovered on. Puts up the lob, to which McEnroe replies with a definitive smash as we look at Wojtek Fibak and his wife Eva. Fibak is Lendl's advisor. And, of course, a top-ranked player himself.
0-15.
Tournament director, Christian Duxin.
Now let's see what happens to Lendl emotionally here. He had a couple of chances to finally take the lead in this match, or at least in a set. Could not do it. Love 30.
That point demonstrates that the McEnroe rhythm is no rhythm at all to his opponent. Slice brings you in, groping. The topspin ball makes you reach. Then he gives you an angle. You're reaching again. You're never unbalanced to hit, and that's what Lendl needs.
Triple break point for McEnroe.
Well, this is what the French would call formidable. This is tennis as defined by John McEnroe, and he shows that an attacking player can win in this clay pit.
That was just 2 short years ago that Wielander and Vilas, well over 5 hours, back and forth, back and forth.
Don't remind me.
Still a double break point for McEnroe at 15-40. Well, history tells us that it's unlikely we'll get a 5-set final. In fact, there have been only 2 in the more than 20 years. Borg was in both of them. Borg and Lendl in 80, the last.
Good, yes it is. McEnroe diving, he's all right.
And Lendl's going to show us the kind of shot with which he used to tear McEnroe up, giving John a chance to bite some of that dust, which so many Americans have done over the years since Tony. The clay that has been the burial ground of American men, not American women, and which is actually crushed limestone topped with brick dust. Now, Lendl did well to get himself back in position. He's ready there.
And Lendl, down a triple break point, is able to erase all 3 chances for McEnroe. So just as Lendl could not take advantage in the game before, McEnroe at this point is not against Lendl's serve. Lendl guessed right. But it's advantage McEnroe and his 4th break chance in this game.
Avantage McEnroe.
Yeah, Lendl at 6'2", and those long arms, he needed all that reach just to make that one save, but the lob not long enough. Took a little off that serve, and it was effective. Just that has McEnroe talking to himself. It's deuce. And another effective serve, and it's advantage Lendl. Extremely high toss of Lendl's. McEnroe forcing the hurried shot. It's deuce.
Avantage Lendl.
Certainly loose backhands off the ground by McEnroe in this game.
The longest of the match. And certainly critical for Ivan Lendl. He was down triple break point.
Net court.
Quite a rally by the Czechoslovakian. Down low 40. He saves it and leads 3-2 in the 3rd.
Up 2 sets against Ivan Lendl.
That's common practice. The year that Ilya Nastasi changed his shorts at Flushing Meadow, that didn't go over very well. Arthur Ashe, I believe, was the first to change shirts during a match. Boston, National Amateur Final 1968 against Bob Lutz. Over 100 degrees.
And you probably remember what he was wearing.
Yeah, he was one of the first to wear colors, and it was some sort of...
Was that the beige?
Yellow or beige. It didn't look very good. Should have gone topless.
Low 15. Lendl coming up with a sensational forehand.
Lendl's forehand seems to be a little more in tune. And look at him run and hit cross court. Wojtek Feeback on the left with his wife Eva, and he's very unruffled. He's cheering for Lendl, his close friend, colleague.
And Lendl with another opening. It's love 30. Well, the way McEnroe is dominated with that attacking style on this slow surface, one has to, in thinking ahead to the grass of Wimbledon and the hard courts of the U.S. Open, foresee a possible great climax of this '84 season for McEnroe. He's unbeaten through the first half. Second serve at 15-30. the shot inside the baseline. He's been able to half volley. And now a double break point for Lendl to go 4-2.
This often happens in a best-of-5 set match. McEnroe seems to be in his down period. You just can't continue playing tennis on a clay court throughout the way he's been playing. He's got to hit so many strokes here that his concentration will go off, and it has gone off in these last 2 games. However, there was a setup, if there ever was one, for Ivan Lendl. That was a serve that came into the Spider's parlor, and the fly got away.
Second break point, 30-40. Big chance for Lendl.
Lendl didn't fail on that one.
First time McEnroe's lost service.
He got a second serve, and he dealt with it well. Now he's just going to wind up and bolo it.
And the crowd loves the thought that this might go beyond 3 sets. Lendl now leads 4-2 in the third. But he's down 2 sets, 6-3, 6-2 to McEnroe.
Well, that's a confidence injection for Ivan Lendl. And McEnroe isn't going to sit back and fret, charging the first serve. Look at this. Why not go in, he says. And he'll catch Lendl headed to Buffalo the wrong way.
Oh, what a shot.
Boy. Now, you're going to see flying John McEnroe here. Decides to make the approach. A little hesitant. Half gainer with a tuck.
Love 30. Oh, what 2 backhands back-to-back by Lendl. One corner to the other to 15-30.
At last point, once again, and he somehow kept his feet in winning the point.
That looked more Nuryov or Bereshnikov to you on that?
Well, I like to go back to Nijinsky.
Well, Lendl's back to 30 all. Well, he's playing his best tennis of the afternoon in this third set.
Absolutely. He's finally loosened up. He thought he was being persecuted early stages of the match by the calls. Let himself get worried. Now he knows he's in a death struggle in this third. He's got to have it and go home after losing his 5th major final and never winning one.
And, of course, with that comes the question. We had McEnroe slipping and may not have been able to get to that lob, but it was wide. Break point McEnroe. So a chance to break right back. Lendl at 3-2 in the third. Excuse me, 4-2 in the third after breaking McEnroe.
Now Ivan knows McEnroe's going to come right in.
Game to McEnroe, so Lendl loses his service. It's 4-3 on serve, third set. His opponent, McEnroe, winning the first two sets 6-3, 6-2, fell behind a break here in the third, but has just broken back and will serve 3-4. Beautiful day, temperature in the low 80s, light breeze, low humidity. Classic day for this final.
Well, Lendl's got to be very upset. Up a break. And a bad forehand at the end to allow himself to be broken again.
Plus 16 in winners for McEnroe. That reflects his net play. Just wide. Well, we said at the start, you're going to see contrasting styles. Lendl more comfortable, banging away from the baseline. McEnroe at every chance, charging the net. And the attacking game has prevailed, as it has for McEnroe through this tournament and through this entire year, playing without defeat.
Lendl brings to mind Sonny Liston in the days when he was dominating boxing. He seemed an ogre, pounded people the way Lendl did, got on top of them. Then a clever guy came along, Muhammad Ali, just as McEnroe.
Lendl missing the volley. 30 love. Chapeaus, very much in evidence on this sunny Sunday afternoon.
Clever effort by Lendl. His skid mark looks like a Bert Campanera slide area.
Well, Ivan Lendl can move, as he'll show you right here, with those long legs, and he does just enough with it. He doesn't have the dexterity of a McEnroe, but he was able to poke it out of John's reach.
30-15.
First chance for the new net judge. F.F. Smith? Yeah. Left-handed net judge. They like to change him around. The previous net judge was right-handed.
Eyes of an eagle. (30-15). McEnroe serving 3-4 in the third, up 2 sets.
Got it. Lendl hasn't given up on any balls, as you see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the edge of the racket, but he's easy prey.
So you want to hit from the baseline or inside it? McEnroe
certainly at least the equal, and has the game. We're even at 4 in the third. Let's go back to the change or the difference in strategies. Lendl coming mostly to that when forced to by McEnroe, and McEnroe, he's in a hurry. 44 winners out of 64 attempts. Is it good?
What's the call?
Apparently good.
Right. Those words that McEnroe uttered were for himself. Stupid, moronic jerk. He's had words for everybody around here these 2 weeks.
Including himself.
Yeah.
France again.
30-15.
Again.
40-15. Lovely.
Ivan Lendl feels he'd better go in, and then says that might have been a mistake.
40-30. Took a bad hop on Lendl, and deuce at 4-all in the third.
Avantage Lendl.
Seemed clearly out.
I don't think he was questioning that. I think he was upset with himself. He had position. He had the shot he wanted. He hit it pretty well, but it was an error.
It's wide.
Oh, and Cochet is here. Henri Cochet, he wasn't here earlier, the third of the four Musketeers, far right, next to him in the middle, Jean Barotra, the bounding Basque, and beneath the white hat, with his emblem on the hat, the crocodile, René Lacoste. He's the man who devised the crocodile emblem. Everybody in the United States calls it the alligator. That's wrong. It's the crocodile.
McEnroe pressing, making some errors, unhappy with himself. Advantage Lendl.
McEnroe, that's that unfortunate trait of his to swing his racket like a golf club, which happened at the Masters in New York. The racket broke and nearly hit a spectator.
Lendl survives. It's 5-4 on service, third set. John McEnroe, just a couple of games from victory here today, but he let Lendl off the hook. Some unforced errors angered McEnroe at his own play. Father, full-blooded Irishman, the coat of arms, it goes back to the village of Ballyjamestuff in 1821 as a wolfhound scaling a tree. Well, for a while, McEnroe had Lendl high up in that tree.
And seated in front of him was Hunter Delatour, president of the U.S. Tennis Association, one of the more effective chief executives the USTA has had, from San Francisco. Oh!
What a shot.
Oh! Now Lendl displayed better touch than we expect from him on this point. He decides to use the lob against the net rushing McEnroe. It's a good lob in the corner. McEnroe with a pirouette returned it, so McEnroe thinks he can get that one. It was a drop shot by Lendl, but he didn't. Now, Lendl suddenly 3 points from the set. That is one of the finest answers I've ever seen to the can opener. Borg used to do it once in a while, Connors sometimes, but Lendl was looking for it. Look at that, edging toward his left, got his right foot well out, his shoulder into that backhand.
There was no way for McEnroe to figure it. He didn't get to that ball to make that shot. Love 30. At 4-5 in the third. Oh, good thing that was a fault. That was a rip-roaring winner off the forehand from Lendl.
Perhaps the set right there. Lendl may still win it, but how he'll regret that shot. Lendl was hammering to get position. Patiently, but whap! He came in on the right ball and didn't deliver. That was a love 40 shot, but that's not the score.
McEnroe with a sigh at 15-30.
And Lendl is reading that hook serve very well. This time down the line, McEnroe is looking cross court.
And it's a double set point for Lendl. McEnroe going for a different racket.
I don't know if he popped a string or not, but I believe he must have.
Going back to that volley missed by Lendl, which would have already given him the set, it makes you appreciate all the more the talent of McEnroe, who's made much more difficult chances. The good players, many of them so-so volleyers. And McEnroe in such a unique class.
There's no volley beyond McEnroe's skill, and every Lendl volley is an adventure. His serve is going off quite a bit.
He's under 50% now. 47%.
was not ready to go home. They want the Sunday evening to wear on. It's near 5:30 in Paris. Lendl has won the third, 6-4.
Troisièmement, Lendl, 6 jeux à 4. McEnroe mène par 2 manches à 1. Quatrième manche au service Lendl. Un peu de silence, je vous prie, la partie continue.
For McEnroe, that's something like only the 6th he has lost in most of this entire year. 36-7 matches. 2 hours into the match, we open the 4th.
Well, Lendl, it's about time he tried some lobs.
6th set that McEnroe has lost in 36 matches. That shows you how he's dominated. Unbeaten in 84. Goodness, a new Ivan Lendl. You see the first serve percentage, and that's a key to McEnroe's failure to win that third set, down to 48%. Still leads in winners, also in unforced errors. He did not have a good set in that regard. And he hasn't had an ace in a long time, and Lendl picks up his third to go 40 love. So the momentum built from that third set win carries over as he has a solid win to open. Tony Trabert, 55. His heart is with John McEnroe to end the long U.S. drought. McEnroe serving. Love won 4th set, leading 2-1.
Well, Tony said, I wish somebody'd win it. He said, I feel like a relic hanging from the ceiling at the International Tennis Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island. I mean, every year they point, here's the guy, the last guy back in the dark ages. Oh.
Look at that first serve percentage in the last set. McEnroe barely 1 out of 3. While Lendl consistently up in the 70s. McEnroe has to straighten out that part of his game. Sure enough, it does make a difference.
Well, you're so right, Dick. It's as simple or as difficult as that. The first serve percentage must go up, and with it will go John McEnroe, the server.
$30 love.
Come on.
Not a good drop by McEnroe. Popped it up. 30-15. What's your nickname for Ivan?
The Ostrava Ghost. From Ostrava in Czechoslovakia, an industrial town.
High cheekbones of his. Just a gaunt look.
A very intelligent young man. Speaks several languages, has an excellent sense of humor.
All. Now McEnroe is called by his childhood nickname, Junior, being John McEnroe Jr. for many years. You don't hear that very often. I've never heard you really give him one of your fabled monikers.
Well, I know what Shakespeare would have called him, either Mac Best or Mac Beast.
I'm kind of sorry I asked. $30 all.
Just when you need it. Just when you need it.
In behind his second serve to go 40-30.
43.
A gamble on the second ball. Didn't work.
That perhaps has been the most consistent weapon for Lendl through the entire match, even when he struggled in the first two sets. That cross-court backhand, when he's connected properly, he's come away with a couple of handfuls of winners. Deuce. Suddenly the pressure building on McEnroe.
Avantage McEnroe.
Total of 7 backhand winners for Lendl going cross court. Game to McEnroe. It's 1-1 in the fourth. We invite you to stay tuned after tennis today. NBC Sports World has quite a doubleheader for you. It's Chicago against New York as John Collins from the Windy City goes against Alex Ramos. A couple of hard-hitting middleweights. And also on Sports World, of course, it drew tremendous attention here in Europe, the European Cup Soccer Championship that we watched earlier in the week. Roma of Italy against Liverpool, England. World finals of drag racing as well. That's a power-packed show. NBC Sports World to follow us.
Oh.
The happy feet of McEnroe, how quickly he got to that ball. Love 30. Double break point for McEnroe.
That inside-out forehand is a killer of McEnroe's.
John McEnroe, the last time he was defeated back in December in Australia, Mats Wilander, who surprised everyone, went on to win that championship on grass. One break saved. Going for his 43rd in a row, but more importantly, his first title here in Paris.
Away with a break and takes a 2-1 lead in the fourth. Fresh from a break, McEnroe leading 2-1, serves in the fourth, leading 2-1.
Second service.
Hasn't had an ace for some time.
Well, this is what Lendl specializes in, clocking the second ball. And it tells you graphically why McEnroe must deliver first balls.
That Lendl shot looked fast even in slow motion. 12-15. He's way off on that first serve. What a lob by Lendl to go love 30.
Lendl is really coming into touch in all departments of the game, and this lob, chipped, will fall in the corner.
Love 30. 2-1 in the fourth set. McEnroe won the first two sets, 6-3, 6-2. Lendl back for the third, 6-4. Understandably, McEnroe knows the value of that first serve and has just expressed his displeasure, 47%. It's much better the first two sets.
What a shot. McEnroe couldn't believe it.
It's a kicker, bounding way out, and Lendl.
McEnroe said something to Lendl. Lendl came all the way up to the net to say, what did you say? And then McEnroe turned his back. I think McEnroe was just upset at the fact he made a tremendous serve and only to see Lendl get a winner.
Well, it's the heat of battle now. There's no doubt about that. And McEnroe is yelling so many things, most of them at himself, but often they're foul and offensive, and the other player can wonder if it's being directed at him. Usually, though, McEnroe is cursing himself, almost always.
And misses the first serve again. He's trying to fight off a triple break chance for Lendl, who has broken him only once, and that was earlier.
Yes, and a double fault for the game. His fourth of the match. And that totally uncharacteristic. As McEnroe out of rhythm, Lendl breaks back to even this set at 2-all. Live from Paris, France.
John McEnroe seemed to be on a roller coaster ride, all downhill after winning those first 2 sets 3-2. And then it shifted, as anyone who's ever played the game, hacker or not, can identify whatever happens. How do things get turned around so quickly? Must be in the minds of the McEnroes, John and his wife Kay, watching their son. 2-all.
15-0.
Fourth ace for Lendl. Well, that was big for Lendl to break right back after losing his service.
As McEnroe's serve has diminished, Lendl has been hardened.
The only other time McEnroe lost his service was back in the 3rd set when it went 4-2 Lendl, and he went on to win the set 6-4. A couple of backhand errors by Lendl. 15-30.
Well, it's rubber pants time in this match, and
Un peu de silence, je vous en remercie.
Double break point for McEnroe. Ace for Lendl, his 5th, second in this game. 1 break erased. McEnroe, nevertheless, a point away from a 3-2 lead, an upper break. Big point. Shows the emotion as he takes the lead 3-2 in the 4th set. We'll be back after these words from your local station. Welcome back to Paris. Dick Enberg with Bud Collins. John McEnroe, leading 2-1, has just broken Lendl and leads 3-2 in the 4th. And there's that ace that has left him, his 7th of the match. Let's go back to the winning point as he broke Lendl in the last game, and for the first time we saw McEnroe showing a positive emotion as he gets the winner.
With a fantastic backhand.
15-love.
Ball!
For McEnroe. That's the way he played in the first 2 sets. 30-love. Live from Paris, still morning back in the United States. We hope you've enjoyed your breakfast. We approach the 6 o'clock hour in the early evening.
Well, my Uncle Studley's still with it. He told me about his breakfast, and I don't know.
40-love. Well, got to ask the question, what was it?
He said he was going to have a croissant float. He said in honor of the French. He's going to get a big bowl, fill it with champagne, and float a croissant in there and see which he could finish first. Croissant float.
Only your Uncle Stud. And a love game on serve for McEnroe. He leads 4-2 in the 4th. Ivan Lendl at 2-4 in the 4th.
And here's where he really has to concentrate. Sometimes you start thinking, I'm a break behind. You start thinking about the break and you forget to hold your own serve.
Off that baseline, took a mean skip. Oh, wasn't that some nice hitting from both men? Lendl, the backhand winner, 15-love.
Net court ball. Lendl catches up with it. Now he's just going to go cross court, and you can tell he's going to rip when he gets that right leg way out in front. That's the play I mentioned earlier with which John McEnroe retired Bjorn Borg. Sliding the ball down the line, the inside-out forehand, and coming in right behind it. And Bjorn could never cope with that.
Fourth set.
Not many
first serve percentages, but McEnroe nevertheless leads 4-2 in the set. That's for the total match. Shows you really how dominating a player he's become and how even hitting less than 50% of his first serves. He's the leader in this match, 2-1, and only 2 games from victory. 30-15.
Infield fly rule, I think.
That's the second that Lendl has popped into the stands.
It went quite near where Wojtek Fibak, whom we saw there, is sitting. And it must have been a discouraging sight to him to have his friend foul that off.
Yeah,
40-30.
Lendl's only won 1 tournament this year, Luxembourg. He had a shoulder injury. He's recovered from that.
Almost bit the line. 40-30, second serve. At 2-4 in the fourth set. Game to Lendl. He trails nevertheless 3-4 to John McEnroe, and down a set. High above the red clay here at Roland Garros. When we're in Wimbledon, we'll be down only about 4 steps from the grass. But high on the tennis ladder is John McEnroe, who is up a break in this fourth set, serving at 4-3, 2 games from the championship.
McEnroe won his first major championship, actually, on this court. Little remembered, probably, 1977, when Mary Carrillo carried him to the mixed doubles championship when he was just a kid.
Just a absolutely magnificent day. 82 degrees. Lendl survived the mishit. And goes up love 30.
0-3.
McEnroe missed an opportunity there to do what he likes to do, to seize the point. Now, when Lendl mishit that ball and it turned into a slow lob, McEnroe just stood there half flat-footed and half volleyed from the baseline instead of swooping for a volley.
Love 30. Second serve at 15-30. McEnroe trying to protect his advantage. He's up a break at 4-3 in the fourth. Oh, he's rallied from love 30 to 30 all. Winner today will succeed. Very popular victory last year. Yannick Noah of France, first Frenchman to win it since 1946. And now it's McEnroe trying to become the first American in 29 years to succeed in Paris. He's 5 points away.
Lendl popped a string.
We saw Don Budge earlier, and Bud recounting that brand new racket he's going to pull out of there. It's still got the plastic on it. Just pull it out and let's play. Don Budge was the very first American to win this championship. That was in 1938. And then as Frank Parker won it, Budge Patty, check it. Let's go Bill Tilden.
Bill Tilden won it. Oh, yes, go back to Tilden.
And then Trabert in 54 and 55.
Warren Bosworth ships those rackets over to Lendl. Mothballed, as you saw. The U.S. ambassador, Evan Galbraith.
It's like taking a new baseball bat out of the rack and finding a line drive base hit.
Budge Patty is in the tribunal today. And he said to Trabert just before we went on the air, he said, if you hadn't won it, I'd be doing that TV spot because I would have been the last American.
Yes.
Budge sitting behind the U.S. ambassador, Evan Galbraith.
The pith look is in.
It's all yours, Dick.
Second serve at deuce.
Now, Lendl keeps going down the line, waiting for the opening to go inside out.
And that shot gives him a break chance to get even. A point away from 4 all. And McEnroe still staggering with that first serve.
Gee, but what a good second one. High hopper, up around the eyebrows.
First serve percentage down to 45% for the match for McEnroe.
He's making it adventurous.
Still to follow, men's doubles, Yannick Noah, Henri Leconte for France. Women's doubles as Pam Shriver, Martina Navratilova go for the women's Grand Slam double. And a reprieve. Martina Navratilova made it 4 Grand Slams in a row yesterday.
My word, look at that percentage.
38% in this set. McEnroe, his golf swing anger. Another break for Lendl.
It was a rather careless shot there, the flat-footed half volley from the baseline. And he knows it. Wish he wouldn't do that.
So dangerously close to the
Someday
spectator.
that racket's going to fly.
Turned by Lendl, and look at Lendl gesture at McEnroe as he's broken back to square out this 4th set at 4-all, and the fans in Paris love it.
So McEnroe had a point for 5-3.
Well, the feeling sometimes on the rare side between these two men shown in that last little exchange. It wasn't so much that Lendl had won the game as he was telling McEnroe about it. 4-all. Still lots of sunlight, even though it's past 6 p.m. here in Paris.
3 more hours of daylight. No problem there.
Lendl catching the service line. And then McEnroe hitting deep and following behind, 15-all. We've had 4 breaks of service. Go back and forth in this set, 2 apiece, and now it's McEnroe trying to return the favor and go up 5-4.
Here's the point of the afternoon for Lendl.
As if McEnroe was a step too quick to get to the net. He was trying to get there before he made the shot. 30-all.
Inside-out forehand down the line, jerking Lendl to his right, set it up. McEnroe just slides it down there, and see Lendl back on his heels. He's in no position to respond to that.
Break point for McEnroe. He's up a set, 4-all in the fourth. Misses a fairly easy backhand. Lendl back to deuce. That took all of the anticipation and quickness possessed of Lendl to get to that forehand to keep in the point, and now he has another break chance. Check that, another chance to fight off McEnroe's break chances. And he holds his game. Lendl survives. Trying to force a decisive fifth. Remember, they did not play tiebreakers to close out the fifth. They'll play out the match. Average length, last 11 years, 247. Currently 245, the length of this match. What a second serve. I would almost corkscrew it its way right into the Terrabat 2.
I thought he had a second ball ace there, but
30 love. %45 for McEnroe. Well, neither man has really been pressed in this championship. This is the most they've been extended, although McEnroe with rain delays had a long Saturday against Garros last weekend, but this will test each man's stamina more than anyone else has. .30-15. How about a puff of dust beyond the line? It appeared to be long.
And Lendl hasn't been this tough against McEnroe recently. In Dusseldorf, straight sets, 2 sets. At Forest Hills on clay, 2 sets.
Volvo Masters, 3 sets. .40-15. That drop for McEnroe has been an important weapon. A point from 5-all. Double fault. His 5th. Courtside view. There's not even an aisle to be seen. They're packed everywhere at Roland Garros. Around 18,000 fans. Not that many seats, but standing in the top rows, filling the aisles.
Scalpers were getting anywhere between $60 and $100 outside the ballpark today.
40-30. Game to McEnroe. It's 5-all in the 4th.
McEnroe made time stand still on that last point. He got so close to the net on a second ball and paused to make a perfect volley.
Oh, he has been in a track meet to that net 98 times, 64 winners. It's paid off. Lendl rarely. Just wide. Or is it good?
I think it was wide, Dick.
If linesman at the far end gave the good sign, but
good thing for Lendl, he was at the far end. Well, McEnroe with a sneak volley.
15.
on the service line, 30-15. McEnroe started as if this was going to be a short afternoon, 6-3, 6-2. Then Lendl came back to take the third 6-4. We're at 5-all, 30-15 in the fourth set.
Well, we've seen Lendl miss one like that today.
And it may have cost him the first set. Yeah, the big serve set up that point for Lendl.
Now, look at that, a swinging volley, but McEnroe will field it. What happened next was not worth seeing.
He keeps the pressure on. When we return,
John McEnroe serving at 5-6 in the fourth. Lendl a game away from forcing a fifth set after McEnroe won the first two sets. And McEnroe has been like a pitcher unable to throw a strike on that first serve. Down to 43%.
The runaround return, and McEnroe, probably the first such ball he's missed in the match.
Low 15.
Whoa.
It's long. But about the attacking style of McEnroe and those sprints to the net as the match wears on, more difficult to get there as quickly.
And it's Lendl who becomes the opportunist after watching the other guy do it all afternoon. Waits for the short ball and decides to advance.
15-30. Lendl 2 points away from the fifth set. 30 all. Good second serve from McEnroe. A lot of folks would take that second serve as their first. All. Break point, set point for Lendl.
Un peu de silence, je vous remercie.
A point away from a new match. A point away from 2-all. McEnroe very deliberate about this serve. Came up with a solid first serve. Deuce. Not too far off 1 out of 50. Since the end of the second set, he's been operating in the 30% for serves in. And obviously, that's burning in the back of his mind.
McEnroe took the gamble on the second ball.
And the forehand was too big from Lendl.
Lendl backs around. He likes that run around.
Well, the second set point for Lendl.
Not a good volley and the lob.
So we have our only the third 5-set final here at the French in over 20 years. As Lendl has fought.
Extraordinaire. Je ne suis absolument pas capable de faire le moindre pronostic à l'heure actuelle, sauf qu'à mon avis, Ivan Lendl est nettement plus frais sur le plan physique, que le doute peut habiter les deux joueurs à nouveau et à tour de rôle, mais que si Lendl parvient réellement à maintenir sa pression avec sa fraîcheur physique, il pourrait l'emporter.
Absolument, Jean-Paul. Reste à savoir aussi comment mentalement le Tchécoslovaque va réagir, car il y a tout de même 4 finales le Grand Chelem perdu derrière, et cela risque d'être aussi un facteur important au cours de cette dernière manche.
Chacun son handicap, Hervé. Un le physique, l'autre le mental.
Et un coup de soleil pour Jacques Dorfman.
peu de silence, je vous prie. La balle est bonne, 30-0.
Bien sûr qu'elle est bonne, cette balle. Et cela fait partie du petit jeu psychologique de McEnroe que de regarder le juge de ligne. Façon de lui signaler attention la prochaine fois.
Et oui, parce que maintenant il faut à nouveau avoir recours à toutes les astuces.
Avantage Lendl. Deux balles, personne.
Quelle erreur de la part d'Ivan Lendl. Quelle erreur.
Faire un amorti alors qu'il avait le coup de fusil au bout de la raquette, surtout avec une arme telle que son coup droit.
Égalité.
Il a remis McEnroe en selle.
Avantage Lendl.
C'est extraordinaire, il use McEnroe là, et en plus il lui met des coups d'assommoir à la fin du point. Et McEnroe, comme on l'a vu pendant ce jeu, va devenir de plus en plus fou furieux de s'être laissé remonter. Il ne pourra pas supporter
Lendl mène 1-0 dans la dernière.
De voir Lendl le mener dans ce 5e set.
Oui, quelque sorte, voyage au bout de sa propre nuit, McEnroe, car il doit très certainement repenser à ces 4 balles de break au milieu du 3e set, alors qu'il dominait totalement la situation.
Et puis ce jeu qu'il a quand même un peu bousillé, où il s'est précipité, souvenez-vous, quand on a dit qu'il y avait là un service à gagner compte tenu du suspense psychologique de la manche, et où il a carrément joué à l'inverse de ce qu'il avait fait jusqu'alors. Oui. Ça doit lui trotter dans la tête tout ça.
S'il perd cette partie, c'est là qu'il l'aura perdu.
Arrosage très léger, je vous prie.
Ah, voilà. Monsieur Dorfman rappelle aux gens qui arrosent le cours, arrosage très léger s'il vous plaît, car John McEnroe a dû faire une petite remarque à l'arbitre de chef. Suspense terrible sur ce central, et c'est d'autant plus extraordinaire à constater que nous n'avons pas de Français.
Oui. Et je tiens à remercier la direction de notre chaîne TF1 qui a fait beaucoup d'efforts au cours de la quinzaine et qui là encore bouleverse ces programmes pour nous permettre d'aller au bout de cette rencontre. Nul doute que tous les téléspectateurs devant leur poste seront sensibles à cette décision.
What are you doing, jerk?
Bravo, monsieur McEnroe.
Bravo Hervé, bravo monsieur McEnroe. Je dis bravo Hervé car vous applaudissez, car ça vaut le coup. Il est tombé à 2 reprises, John McEnroe, et quand même il parvient à gagner ce point dans ces conditions. C'est très fort. Il est tombé. C'est encore un signe pour Ivan Lendl, car il doit devoir se dire McEnroe jusqu'à présent smashé en se récupérant parfaitement. Maintenant sur ces smashs, il se réceptionne moins bien, il va même jusqu'à chuter. Profitons-en, mettons-le complètement à genoux.
Where the hell is your serve in some other country?
là là, c'est exceptionnel. Ce garçon qui décidément un jour finira par nous laisser sans voix. Il tente des coups incroyables, Jean-Paul. Il joue sur son talent.
Oui, c'est prodigieux là, car le mental fait la différence pour ce qui est de McEnroe. Je ne sais pas si elle fera la différence pour ce qui est de Lendl, mais sur ce jeu, McEnroe a repris l'ascendant sur le plan psychologique.
Il y a chez McEnroe actuellement une volonté indéniable de se survivre. Mais de toute évidence, Ivan Lendl est plus frais physiquement. Puisse le Tchécoslovaque ne pas avoir peur au moment important.
On verra, pour l'instant on ne peut pas le dire, mais nous avons vu sur ce...
Pour rester mentalement dans cette partie, après la correction infligée par l'Américain en cours des 2 premières manches, est tout simplement étonnant.
Net.
2 balles.
Oh, you smell it.
Et oui, avec la fatigue, vient le moment où l'on commet des erreurs de jugement, où l'on manque de lucidité. Je vois cette balle pleine ligne.
Voulez-vous confirmer là? Voulez-vous vérifier la trace, s'il vous plaît?
D'ailleurs, Jacques Dorfman a un doute et pour la première fois demande à un juge de ligne de venir vérifier la trace. Alors là, je ne suis pas du tout d'accord.
There's no mark where he just did it. That was right on the line. No, but he didn't. No, but he didn't say he. There was no mark. There was no mark where he did it. No, but Jacques, he didn't. There's no mark there. There's no mark where he did that.
You can't look. Jacques Dorfman en l'appelant affectueusement par son prénom, mais il n'a pas montré la bonne marque.
Selon lui, il n'y aurait pas,
de marque du tout.
Et qu'il ne peut pas en montrer puisqu'il n'y en a pas. On est bien en mal de lui donner tort ou raison. En tous les cas, nous sommes trop loin.
30, second service, 30 seconds.
Eh oui. Et McEnroe doit s'incliner. Et là, je trouve ça un petit peu injuste sur un point aussi important. Ce service était pleine ligne, Jean-Paul.
Je ne sais pas, Hervé, j'ai pas bien regardé, mais je crois que vous êtes assez juste généralement dans ce que vous dites. Vous avez dû l'avoir bonne, donc elle doit être bonne parce que vous êtes en plein sur la ligne médiane. Je n'ai pas bien regardé pour ce qui me concerne.
Elle est faute celle-là.
Avantage Lendl.
Faute.
Oh là 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 là. Que manque-t-il là, Lendl?
Il a tout de même bien essayé car il a bien lâché le retour de service. Il est venu dans cette balle courte en avançant bien. Il a mis la gomme. Elle est trop longue, tant pis, mais je crois que c'est comme ça qu'il faut qu'il procède, Lendl.
Oui. Bravo John McEnroe, bravo.
Et oui, il faut dire bravo à tour de rôle, car les deux joueurs font absolument des merveilles. La situation change à peu près toutes les minutes.
2 jeux partout.
Et McEnroe va très certainement refuser l'échange maintenant et monter le plus rapidement possible au filet. Là, ce service est aussi pleine ligne, la même chose. Et je ne suis pas d'accord.
Voulez-vous vérifier la marque, je vous prie?
Voilà, Lendl a demandé à M. Dorfman que le juge de ligne aille vérifier la trace.
Il ne va pas où elle est, à mon avis.
S'il ne sait pas où elle est, et si le point est donné à Lendl, oh là là, McEnroe,
il doit savoir qu'elle est bonne.
qui est assis, Jean-Claude Échanger.
L'arbitre revient sur sa décision, 2 balles.
Oh,
Non,
2 balles, ça fait 15-0 dans ces cas-là quand même, car John McEnroe n'avait aucune chance de toucher cette balle.
He pulled out very early.
Oh
He pulled
non,
out.
là c'est...
He pulled out. 2 balles.
Que c'est dur à ce moment de la partie. Je comprends les réactions du public, Jean-Paul.
Absolument, Hervé.
Même si Jacques Dorfman, en l'occasion, applique strictement la règle.
Le silence, je vous prie.
Justice est faite.
Dans le placement de John McEnroe, qui cette fois-ci, au lieu d'avancer dans le sens dans lequel il a tenté de jouer la balle, est revenu vers le centre du court, et ce coup droit qu'il avait prévu le long de la ligne lui a complètement échappé.
Partie monumentale à laquelle nous assistons.
Et nous sommes debout maintenant avec Hervé. Car,
et pour les téléspectateurs qui prendraient seulement l'antenne, ce tableau d'affichage vous rappelle le score. 2-7 partout, 3h30 de match. 6-3, 6-2 pour McEnroe, 6-4, 7-5 pour Lendl. 3 jeux à 2 dans le 5e et dernier set pour le Tchécoslovaque.
Les joueurs français sur le terrain.
Et toujours le même problème pour lui, passer cette première balle qu'il a lâchée au moment où on ne le pensait plus, au milieu de la 3e manche, car depuis, le pourcentage de première balle de service réussi par l'Américain s'est considérablement réduit.
Et faire des choses pareilles au 5e set après une telle tension, une telle dépense physique, c'est formidable.
Et regardez la course étonnante de Lendl dans cette 5e manche.
Complètement en compensation ce coup de McEnroe.
Dans le set décisif. Sur la ligne, cette volée de McEnroe.
Et c'est sur le passing shot de revers. Les grands champions le savent tous que se joue généralement le 5e set. Celui qui montera le mieux et le plus long sur le passing shot de revers est celui qui aura la meilleure chance de gagner.
Dans une attitude que l'on connaissait chez Jimmy Connors. McEnroe qui me paraît, Jean-Paul, est depuis 2 à 3 minutes un peu plus frais physiquement qu'il ne l'était.
D'énergie, de désespoir, je partage votre avis. Je ne sais pas combien de temps ça va durer, cette espèce de retour dans la partie à 100% sur le plan physique, mais c'est formidable.
Deux balles de break pour McEnroe.
15-40.
À 3 jeux partout au moment important du set.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie. Un peu de silence, s'il vous plaît.
Hop.
De Garros.
Il se prend la tête à 2 mains. Passing shot pourtant relativement facile là.
Je n'ai jamais vu Hervé Dutu, John McEnroe, avoir autant envie de gagner un match depuis que je le vois jouer. Et je lui ai vu faire quelques matchs de tennis depuis une dizaine d'années. Jamais je ne l'ai vu avoir envie de gagner comme ça.
Eh bien moi non plus, Jean-Paul.
Ce titre doit représenter quelque chose pour lui qui probablement était inaccessible. Et il est en passe de pouvoir réaliser un rêve fou. Et ça se voit alors tellement bien.
Je suis très gêné, Jean-Paul, parce que je reconnais avoir autant envie que McEnroe l'emporte, mais qu'Ivan Lendl, pour les deux, ce serait formidable.
Il n'y a plus de favoris là. Il n'y a plus à vouloir que l'un ou l'autre gagne. C'est le meilleur qui gagnera et ça sera superbe, merveilleux pour celui qui remportera le titre et nous serons avec lui.
Avantage, Lendl.
Hop.
Formidable la façon dont Ivan Lendl a lâché ses coups là, il n'a pas peur le Tchécoslovaque. 2 balles de break écartées. Alors que nous revoyons ce dernier échange au ralenti. Avec un coup de poignet.
Et ce que les Américains, Hervé, appellent un stand-up du public. Tout le stade est debout, scandant pour certains Lendl, pour d'autres McEnroe. Et pour ces deux joueurs, ça doit être quelque chose de merveilleux quand même, de savoir que chacun a une partie de public pour lui. Il n'y a pas de favori pour le public en ce moment. Et c'est bien, puisqu'il y a là deux étrangers en train de s'affronter dans une partie gigantesque sur le central de Roland Garros, donnant le maximum.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
Net. Hop.
Jean-Paul, physiquement, McEnroe est de nouveau là.
Oui, oui, vous l'aviez dit, il y a 2-3 jeux, Hervé, je partage votre avis, les plus vifs à nouveau. C'est sûrement dans sa volonté extraordinaire, au niveau de son mental, qu'il cherche ses ressources.
C'est une partie fantastique.
McEnroe.
4 jeux partout. Et certainement maintenant l'instant le plus difficile pour Ivan Lendl.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie. Au service, Lendl. Par égard pour la concentration des joueurs, veuillez garder le silence, je vous en remercie. Faute 15-0. Bah, il faut 15.
De la part des deux joueurs, c'est étonnant. «
30-0.
Quelle finale!
C'est amorti dans une position si difficile. Et puis encore, Lendl fait à contre-pied, malheureusement pas assez long son petit love. Et puis, ce passing shot extraordinaire du Tchèque. Oh, 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 petite crampe éventuellement là.
Oui.
Non, Hervé?
Intérieur de la cuisse gauche. Le long de la ligne. Tous les coups du tennis y passent.
40-0.
Jeu blanc pour Ivan Lendl, c'est sans doute la meilleure façon qu'avait le Tchèque de remporter sa mise en jeu pour sa confiance. Il va pouvoir maintenant prendre tous les risques sur ses retours.
Il va devoir les prendre.
Il va les prendre, Jean-Paul.
McEnroe a eu de l'angoisse, a eu une grande part d'inquiétude sur ces coups-là. Il n'a pas lâché ses coups, lui non plus, sur le dernier jeu. Et c'est exceptionnel de voir comment les choses se retournent dans ce match, car alors que nous critiquions Ivan Lendl, bien sûr gentiment et d'extérieur, de ne pas lâcher.
Pour Ivan Lendl dans la dernière manche, McEnroe au service.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
Ce point d'une extrême importance. Si Lendl avait réussi son retour, cela aurait sûrement entamé John McEnroe.
Important ce premier point lorsque l'on est au service.
Silence, je vous prie.
Quel énorme service sur un point si important.
40-20.
Où ces joueurs vont-ils chercher leur meilleur coup? Après 3 heures et 57 minutes de jeu. C'est très fort ce qu'a fait McEnroe au cours de ce jeu, Jean-Paul.
C'est très fort. Admiratif. Admiratif, car il faut les sortir, ces 2 premières balles de service, au moment où on est en danger.
Et aucun break réussi au cours de ce 5e manche.
McEnroe.
Avec un petit avantage au point pour McEnroe, qui lui en a obtenu 2 de balles de break.
Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
Et Jacques Dorfman essaye de calmer le public qui, d'une manière bien compréhensible, est excité, gagné par l'intensité de cette partie.
Exceptionnel ce passing shot.
30-0.
Eh bien, Ivan Lendl va peut-être faire mentir tous les spécialistes du tennis, y compris les grands joueurs, quand on dit qu'un match se gagne au 5e set en montant sur le revers de son adversaire. C'était bien entendu une montée au filet un peu courte, mais tout de même, à ce stade du match, il ne faut pas trembler pour tirer un tel passing shot.
Eh oui.
Deux balles. Personne.
Eh bien, c'est formidable la façon dont Ivan Lendl remporte là encore son service. Jeu blanc, c'est exceptionnel.
Il tient réellement McEnroe là, car sur le jeu précédent, celui-ci n'a pas été à la fête pour gagner son service. Et là, à 2 reprises, gagner blanc sans aucun problème, ça devrait mettre dans la tête d'Ivan Lendl un avantage psychologique évident.
Oui, il a tout de même cette chance inouïe d'avoir débuté son service dans la 5e manche, car même s'il perdait sa mise en jeu, il aurait encore une chance. Or, McEnroe n'aurait pas cette chance.
Il est davantage sous la pression de l'événement maintenant, car il ne peut plus se permettre de mal servir. McEnroe, c'est certain. Quand on a le score pour soi, tel que c'est le cas. Le Jésus que John McEnroe a crié là est significatif de ce qu'il a raté. C'est d'une importance capitale pour lui. Ivan Lendl. Il s'est battu pourtant, John McEnroe.
Le Tchécoslovaque de nouveau à 2 points du match.
Là, il ne tremble pas, Hervé.
0.
Quelle classe.
30. Un peu de silence, je vous prie.
Net.
2 balles.
échangé entre les deux hommes.
Et la volonté de Lendl en faisant ce mouvement du bras et du poing.
15-40.
Pour se conditionner encore mieux.
15-40.
Net, faute.
Voilà. On retient notre souffle, Jean-Paul. Oui, car là, il ne reste qu'une petite deuxième balle à John McEnroe pour se tirer d'affaire. Il n'y a plus que des points gagnants dans cette partie. C'est prodigieux.
Oui, merci messieurs pour cette finale extraordinaire.
30-40. Un peu de silence, merci. 30-40. Un peu de silence. 30-40.
Victoire en 5 manches d'Ivan Lendl qui remporte son premier tournoi du Grand Chelem en 5-7. Et 4 heures et 8 minutes sur le score de 3-6, 2-6, 6-4, 7-5, 7-5. Une partie monumentale entre ces deux joueurs. Une image émouvante qui nous rappelle celle vécue par cet immense champion au cours de la finale de Wimbledon en 1980, quand John McEnroe avait perdu 8-6 au 5e set face à Björn Borg. J'ai pour ma part envie de pleurer, Jean-Paul.
Ah, c'est très difficile là. On ne peut pas rester insensible à ces images.
Toute la peine du monde aussi dans le visage de monsieur McEnroe. Alors qu'Ivan Lendl, car il n'y a de place au tennis que pour les vainqueurs, va maintenant recevoir la coupe et succéder ainsi au palmarès à Yannick Noah,
Jean Borotra, Henri Cochet et René Lacoste.
Et ce sont, comme vous l'avez entendu, les mousquetaires qui vont remettre cette coupe à Ivan Lendl, formidable vainqueur de ce tournoi de Roland Garros. Et quel moment affreux pour John McEnroe.
C'est ça le sport, Hervé. Il faut qu'il y ait un vainqueur, et quand c'est un vainqueur qui gagne dans ces conditions de sport, est vainqueur lui-même.
Ivan Lendl qui se réconcilie, et pour longtemps nous l'espérons, avec le public français. Lui qui disait à qui voulait l'entendre qu'il ne se sentait pas à l'aise en France, eh bien doit se sentir tout à fait bien, car ce public l'a remis dans la partie aujourd'hui après 2 sets tout simplement inoubliables, et que TF1 vous rediffusera très certainement, de John McEnroe.
La force de caractère pour sourire, John McEnroe.
Il gagnera à Roland Garros, McEnroe. Nous le lui souhaitons.
I won my first Grand Slam tournament here in Paris, and I will be back next year. Thank you.
Voilà, Ivan Lendl qui vient de dire qu'il était très heureux d'avoir gagné son premier tournoi du Grand Chelem à Paris. Alors que John McEnroe, lui, descend, sifflé par le public, c'est dommage. Mais que pouvait-il dire, McEnroe, sinon qu'il était extrêmement déçu, qu'il était au bord des larmes en recevant son trophée des mains des mousquetaires. Et cette image que nous garderons pour une année, celle du visage radieux d'Ivan Lendl.